Happy 4th of July. I am filming this on the 4th of July. I've been out of commission for some weeks. I had to have a foot procedure about 3 weeks ago, and I have my follow-up tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be cleared. But I just wanted to give some updates. My garden is hanging in there, and thanks to my husband doing really well up here because he put out this soaker hose all along here. It may have been a little too late for some, but that's okay. This has been a big help. He doesn't have the timers on yet, but all you have to do is come flip the hose on, and he even has one running all the way around there. So I'm just going to give a few updates this morning. But I was out here being able to walk around without pain and give some of my plants some supplemental water that needed it. So I thought I would just film. But here is the star of the show up here right now. These Caladiums, those are the Caribbean coral Caladiums from Proven Winners that I dug up in the fall. They were here last year, and I put them back out, stored them in my closet in a box of shredded paper, and then I added these white moonlight Caladiums to them this year. So what a beautiful display they're giving, and they're just gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, this looks fantastic. As the soaker runs all the way back behind there. So they are happy. They're loving this Texas heat. It feels like 100 degrees right now, you guys, as I'm filming this. So they love the heat, and they're completely in the shade. If you're new here, this is north facing. They get no sun whatsoever, and Caladiums just perform the best here. Let me come this way. The sun is already really brutal this morning, but this is what this looks like. My Boston fern's doing well and starting to come out there in the ladyhead. I have this fern here. I'm not sure what this fern is, but I've had it for years, and it goes on the table in the gazebo in the pool area. So I'm getting ready to get my wagon and transport that out there because it's just not thriving up here, but it does so well on that table every year. So that's what we're getting ready to do. Say hi to everyone, Ellie. You want mommy to throw your ball? You ready? So while I'm pointed this way, just give some updates up here. It's been brutally hot and no rain since my foot procedure either. So, but we're hoping overnight we're going to get some. That was what I was giving supplemental water to. This is all on irrigation, but with this heat, sometimes it's just not enough. Yes, you're going to see weeds. Combination of no rain and me being out of commission and me being worried about my family helping and possibly pulling a plant instead of a weed. I've just let the garden do what it's going to do. But I wanted to give an update on these roses that went through the flood back there. They are doing really well, and I have 2 replacements. We'll talk about those. This is Deep Secret down here, and I'm still hoping. Actually, I see a little growth down here, so I'm hoping she will bounce back. We will see. This is Honey Dijon. It was a replacement. The other one completely died. This one came from Grace Rose Farms on clearance, so I snagged her up, and she's doing really well. This is also Honey Dijon from the flooding event. And bouncing back, greening up, beautiful. No black spot whatsoever. And this is Elle. Got some blooms. She's trying to bounce back, but what a pretty, pretty rose. Look at her. Just tiny with buds and some blooms. Same thing over here. This is also Elle. And she's greening up. No bloom, but she was blooming when we moved her out of the flood area. This is Honey Dijon bouncing back. It's putting on some leaf growth. I'm so happy. This is the bare root. I replaced the other Honey Dijon here that died. And this is a bare root from Menagerie. All leafed up. It has put on some blooms. I did get some photos of that. I'll pop it in if I have those. And this is also Deep Secret. And I'm hoping she comes back to life. We'll see. Looks like we got a little bit of growth right here. We'll see. So there's the update there. Ellie, you're a smart girl getting in the shade over there. Up here, if those deep secrets don't make it, I have a Crema Rose Proven Winners in this pot with the Rise Up Lilac Days. And both of these, I'm going to move the white cremas in the spot of those red deep secrets if they don't flush out for me. But we'll see. These pots are hanging in there. I did put out some zinnia seeds here and here. So this side's doing a little bit better. I think I'm going to put even more out here just to give me some late fall color. We'll see. The daisies never bounced back between the ants. I tell you, nature has really ran the show this year, and we have just been bystanders. But my daisies, you see here, they just, oh, my shadow. They've just never recovered. That's okay. These zinnias should bring me lots of joy and happiness this fall. Carly Rose grasses are trying to bounce back. Whew, everything's just hanging in there. These are drought and heat tolerant red yuccas. And of course, they're doing fantastic with this actually being their first season. They were planted in October last year, 2023. And they're hanging in there doing great. Okay, so now we're just going to slide over up here because I wanted to show you while I had my foot procedure. I did take some coleus cuttings off my garage planters. I'll show you those in just a minute. They're doing phenomenal. And I had them in the windowsill rooting for weeks. And those were put out. So let's just see. They're hanging in there. Give us some color up here at least. And the hydrangeas are doing well. And you can see he has the soaker hose, which has worked out phenomenal. This extra little seedling of the dwarf Mexican Petunias not doing so well, but maybe it'll bounce back. But I'm hoping this will grow, this one especially, and fill up and kind of hide the need for our window unit during this heat. But yeah, you can see the crawfish too, out of control. I'll show you some of the reasons some of my plants are not doing well in the secret gardens because of these guys. They keep building chimneys all where my plants are. But I'm loving this. It's just beautiful. Plants make people happy, and especially plants that are performing. So this is my joy right now. Just beautiful. And then I have some more. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the hosta situation for next year, but for now, they're trying to recover, actually, and look half decent. But here's some more of the coleus cuttings that were put in here for me. Looks so good. They're on this line of this soaker hose, so I think they're going to hopefully grow for me. Hyconicloa grass doing okay. But he did get the soaker hose out, where you can see this hydrangea. I just think it was just too late. That's okay. I'm not going to give up. Maybe it'll hang in there. This one's hanging in there, this little hydrangea here. But another coleus cutting. This is all weedy. Haven't been able to, well, with the heat and my foot. So, and again, I don't want them pulling anything that's not a weed. So they have been banned from helping me with that. And that's okay. Foxgloves are doing well. He strung this all the way out here. And because it came all the way out here, this little shamrock, purple shamrock, started popping up in this one here. But you can see how dry it is here. See, that's cracked. No water. But this is where I got the coleus cuttings. All right, I had to pause a minute, let a loud truck go by. But yes, here are these planters on the garage. Let me flip around this way. Look at this Torrenia. Just doing phenomenal. Spilling over just like I wanted it to. You see my dirty nails in this video, you guys. I've been checking on pots to see if they need supplemental water. So pay no attention to my gardening hands. But yes, this is gorgeous. So we have the purple Torrenia here. And the white back here as a filler. Doing well. And then the coleus I overwintered indoors. Just gorgeous. I might take some more cuttings off of this. Pop it into the secret garden. Ellie, you want mommy to throw your ball? Okay. There we go. Ellie is always about her ball. You're going to have to go in a minute. It's super hot. But yes, here's this. Looks gorgeous. The other one looks the same. It's on this side, the little stop and cut, so I wouldn't show you the inside of the garage. but doing fantastic. These guys get golden hour evening sun, and that's pretty much it, and just thriving. So another shade winner, along with the Caladiums, is the Petunias and this Coleus. And look, it's just beautiful. Just doing phenomenal. Something I'm going to repeat because I absolutely love it. All right, now we've made it to the secret garden. I'm going to show you a few updates in here. Right here, probably going to overlay a video right here. Big piece of this tree back here fell, and that was a big cleanup. That was heavy, but the Surefire Rose begonias came through it like champs. Doing great. Again, don't mind the weeds. But this is how we're looking out here. The sheep got pummeled. Here's the Surefire Rose begonias. Looking beautiful. Yeah, I'm really pleased with my containers. Over there, I have more Petunias and some Creeping Jenny in those old strawberry pots. Doing well. Here, I only got 2 blooms off my Casablanca lilies and no other blooms, and I think it's because the bunnies ate them. So I don't know what I'm going to do next year, but I'm going to have to probably do a whole revamp of this, or maybe fence this in. I don't know. I have all of these lilies and bupkis. This calla lily is trying to spring to life though. My Japanese maple back here tried to give out on us. We're currently putting a wind privacy screen around the pool. We'll finish that later. But as you can see, we almost lost this guy. We had moved it right there where that bench is during bad thunderstorm because it was getting brutally hammered, and that protected it. Well, I forgot about it until I got ready to put that bench out, and it wasn't getting hit by the irrigation. But bouncing back, greening up, but you can see, whew, I almost lost it, and I'm glad I did not. This bed right here, some of the hostas trying to bounce back from all of the damage they sustained, but again, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the hosta situation or my new plan for these beds, but I am currently thinking about it and have already ordered some seeds. You ready? Go, Willie, go! But the roses, I gave you an update up front if you're new here. This is where they were, and floodwaters came through. I will overlay a video for you. And just made that area not feasible for a rose garden back there. But yeah, this is where we're at out here. Everything's hanging in there. Again, thanks to my husband. The last thing we'll check on is the patio. I think that's the last video I did, or the terrace. Little terrace in that bed over there. And also show you how my peppers and tomatoes are doing on that side of the house. But I wanted to show you over here on this side of the greenhouse. I hope the wind's not getting at the little camera mic. Coco Loco, bare root, put in this pot. She just sprang to life and started blooming, you guys. Look how gorgeous. Hanging in there. I got to find a good spot for her. So while she went in this pot, because I wasn't really sure, but she was on clearance when I got that honey Dijon, and I was like, I can't pass this up because everybody raves about it, and I'm so happy to have her in my garden, and really happy now to see her blooming. Gorgeous. Everyone that has Coco Loco raves about her. This is Birthday Girl hanging in there. She's been putting on some blooms. One thing for sure, the roses don't mind the heat. They love the heat. They love the full sun. This is Super Petunia Vista Bubblegum in here. It was on the other side of the greenhouse, moved it over here. Looking good. And this is my gardenia. And I can't think of the name right now. It's nice and green, and hopefully it'll be putting on some, oh, it's Steady As She Goes. Steady As She Goes gardenia proven winners. But hopefully she'll start putting on some buds soon. We are hopefully getting rain overnight. I hope so. We hadn't had rain in 3 weeks. 3 weeks plus. But everything's hanging in there on irrigation. But here, I want to show you. Here is another crawfish chimney. These guys, if it's not the ants, the crawfish, it's the flooding. It's just been so much. But I came out here because my echinaceas, these will be 3 years old this year. They are just trying to pop up. But as you can see, another chimney here in the making by the crawfish. And when we get these cleared out, they just put them up just as quick as we take them out. But it suffocated all of my other echinaceas. These are sunseeker echinaceas. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I put some vermillionaire here and here for my hummingbirds, and it's just, I mean, staying in there. Of course, everything's on irrigation, but that's just a little update. Oh, let me give you an update on Tough Stuff. Tough Stuff, of course, went through those floodwaters too. It's bouncing back, doing okay. It bloomed, gave me one bloom, and now I have nothing, but it's alive. So just hopeful for a comeback for this one. But yeah, here's a little view this way. But the crawfish, ants, everything have been a nightmare. All of my penstemon seedlings I had that I started, I put them in here. And my dahlia seedlings, they're doing well. They're right here. So they're all alive. And actually, these were not my seedlings, but this Arabian Night, I believe that's what it's called, dahlia, that I picked up, it put on a bloom for me. It doesn't have one now, but it's already bloomed. And this one is Cafe Ole. But these are the seeds I started and the ones that survived, the ones that germinated. And I put all 7 out here, and they're here and doing well. And then I wanted to give you an update over here because I thought I wasn't going to see any of my echinaceas this year. And we used some of those extra stones that came out where we put the greenhouse in right here, because I use this as a cut through, and these just made it perfect. Now I have something to step on. But my echinaceas, I haven't seen the white one yet, powwow white, but this is the powwow, can't remember its name. I'll have to pop it up on the screen, but it just started emerging, so I'm so happy. It should have been up well before now, but that's okay. I'll take it now. It's good for my pollinators. Yeah, lots of weeds, lots of maintenance needs to be done. Oh, stepping on this edging piece we took out when we did the greenhouse. We have to go do something with that. But my little fern, I think this is called a foxtail fern. It's doing well over here with my geese. And the greenhouse is open to air it out. Of course, you can only imagine how warm it is in there. And then I want to show you too. Keep knocking these down. Crawfish came under here. Put up chimneys here. Ah. My Atlas rose hanging in there. Goodness gracious. You can go over here to this bed because I do have a limelight hydrangea I put in here. And it's doing okay. Hopefully next year it'll be its banner year. Use more of these stones so I could walk in here. So it's so nice to use these. But yeah, it's alive. Hopefully it'll be bigger and better next year. And my Indian hawthorn, doing well. Doing well. There's Day Day and Craig. It's going to be another hot one, boys. Okay. Ellie's Minion toy. And there's Ellie. Okay, so we're just going to come over here because I want to show you an update. Princess Elise has been putting on some blooms for me. She didn't last year, but this year she's up and popping. And I'll show you that. And then we'll come over here. Ellie has an interim pool while she was waiting on this to be fixed, and it's almost ready, you guys. It's not going to be ready for today, but I can't swim anyway with my foot, but I'm hoping tomorrow after my follow-up, I'm cleared. Anyway, my husband's going to start filling this pool up tonight, and it will be ready. We're having our little 4th celebration on Sunday because of my foot, so it's gonna be great. We'll end over here. I'm just gonna slide over here and give a little update this way. These 3 here up against the fence line are Belinda's Dream roses. They were planted in fall 2023, so technically this is their first season, and they're doing well, hanging in there. They are on irrigation. This one slightly misses the irrigation, so I do give it supplemental water, but they're doing well. And we'll just peep over in here. My containers, my husband, talk about my husband helping me through this foot ordeal. the irrigation is on, and he moved all of the pool pots in where they would get hit with the irrigation, and it's fantastic. They're all doing well and happy, and my verbena is popping back up in those pots. But yeah, he has a bit more cleanup to do in there, and it's going to start filling up that pool and putting the filter back together. You can see it's undone over there, but my husband is so good to me with this foot thing and worrying about my plants. But over here, let's look at Princess Elise. Oh, again, before we look at Princess Elise, see, I had to come clear out a chimney, and my husband's been clearing them out. But this morning, away from Vanessa Bell, she can't thrive. They had their whole chimney right on top of her. But you see them? Crawfish just put chimneys everywhere. But Princess Elise, she had a really beautiful bloom going. I waited a little too late to get out here, but I wanted to be comfortable on my foot before I had any kind of updates. But she does have a bud right here. But she is a beautiful, beautiful magenta color. Again, don't mind my gardener hands. This is the fern I have sitting up there. That's where it goes. It goes on that table, and I'm getting ready to come bring it back here. But yeah, Lady of the Lake, David Austin, doing well. Look, crawfish chimneys. Litchfield Angel coming back up from the ground. Did give me one bloom. It's hanging in, doing okay. This is Claire Austin. And these two guys, Claire Austin and Lady of the Lake, already had a fantastic bloom show for me this year. I did a short about Lady of the Lake. And this is Sunbelt Soul Sister back there and Pink Parfait right here. And you can see they were part of that flooding event. But they're hanging in there, so I've left them here to see what they can do. And my little Super Petunia Vista bubblegum pots right there. You can see they were in front of the gazebo, but he moved them so they're in the shot of these irrigation lines. So anyway, my husband's so smart. I appreciate him for trying to take care of my garden while I was out of commission. But again, you can see how hot and dry it is with the cracked clay, cracked soil. This is a view of the garden from this way. Anyway, I can't complain, but I do already have some seeds on order. I have an idea for a vine and trellis for this wall. I've been thinking about that for a few years now. But okay, we're just gonna come over here and do a little update here. Okay, I stopped to water the patio and we've been in for a little bit. Ellie, come. Hey, can you sit? And Ellie has her 4th of July bandana on. It has hearts on it. She's more interested in playing ball. Oh, want to show everybody your bandana? You look adorable. Good girl. Okay, she's laying down now. Let's get a peek at her cute little 4th bandana. It's got red hearts on it and it's blue. That didn't last long. All right, Mommy needs to wrap up this video. Good job. Okay, I believe I left off over here. Okay, I believe I left off over here. I'll dress this stump. We were hoping by spring to have this handled. This is where I want to put that Steady As She Goes gardenia. But with no rain, dry, hot, and burn bans, and common sense, can't really work on burning it down. Here's all the debris from the limbs over there too that fell in the secret garden. But this has been burnt quite a bit, and you can see the concrete someone put inside. So that's what we're dealing with. It wasn't us. It's like that. Moved in. This was a huge tree, but it was dead. It's because concrete was poured in it, we believe. And so yeah, that's a work in progress. We were shooting for this spring. Now we're shooting for next spring. Hopefully we'll get it down this summer though. While I was watering the patio, Ellie's little pool here. Got some fresh water. I wanted to start over here I put that dwarf mundo grass in here. And my husband the other day, he needed to come trim this little bush tree up right here. And it exposed this side to more sun than it wants. But I have not been able to garden in order to move it. So I just hope it hangs in there. It does get water. But that little euphorbia ground cover is doing really well. And that side, dwarf mundo grass doing well. But we will enter the patio from this way. Everything's hanging in there. Most of these pots need water twice a day. But I'm not going to complain. They are getting water once a day. Sorry, there was a truck on the road that made a noise. I thought something was wrong with the truck, but it was the trailer rattling. Back to this, but I'm not going to complain. It's been getting water once a day, and I was able to give it water this morning. But now we're heading into afternoon. We did take quite a rest when I went in. But I have, you guys, a little watermelon. I love those seeds. So these make mini, this plant makes mini watermelons. So I do have one. Yay. But the dwarf mundo grass is doing well in these containers. I've had a few blooms, but not any right now. These bloom out pink, the ones in these pots. Everything's doing okay. I've been over this terrace area patio several times. So I will link the video if you want to know what all the names are to most of these, because I'm not going to remember. Now this is saffron finch right here. And before I had my procedure, I moved it. It was in this small pot and it wasn't doing well. So I put it in this big pot that I had a tropical hibiscus in that never bounced back. But it's still, I mean, it's alive. Hoping I'm going to get it bloomed soon. Checking the water in here. Yeah, it's damp. So, doing well. Super Petunia Vista Bubblegum with Creepin' Jenny. Look at Ellie. You look so cute. Good girl. Over here are those double rose impatiens. They do have some buds on. I am thinking most of these containers need water twice a day. Again, they've only been getting once a day, but not going to complain when you need help in the garden. All right, stop and start because Ellie was looking so cute. I was able to get some photos of her. She's adorable. These right here, I mean, they're just hanging in there. Sweet potato vine, tricolor sweet potato vine, doing all right. This is doing all right. It's not really growing like I hoped. But again, hopefully if we get rain this evening, everybody loves rain from the heavens versus rain from the hose. So hopefully we'll see them just perk up even more. This for sure needs to be watered twice a day, and it's only been getting once a day. Still looking okay. These are beautiful. Strawberries. Strawberries hanging in there, but you can see they're like triple digits and need more water. But rosemary, I'm definitely going to try to propagate this, get some cuttings this fall and use in beds up front. And it smells so good too. The basil, got basil everywhere in here. This is from last year. It seeded itself, but these are the seeds I put in earlier this season. Right here from Baker Creek Seeds. Doing well. Got all kinds of basil and just delightful. It smells so good when you come out here. This way. So we can stay out of the doors here. Here we go. Looks really good. It was also time to close the blinds in the house to help keep the house cool during these triple digits. I leave them open for my house plants for about 5 hours and then it gets shut. And here are all of these petunias doing well. Look at the Super Petunia latte. I mean, this has to be one of my faves now. Look how gorgeous. And I don't remember all, this is Blue Skies. Super Petunia Blue Skies. And again, I'll link that video. I don't remember all the names of everything, but doing so well. It's so pretty. Just so happy. This Terrace makes me so happy. These Petunia lattes, yeah, these are the bee's knees. Gorgeous. I want more of these next year. I love it. Love the white and their deep, deep purple throats. Gorgeous. And then this Dreamsicle Calibracoa, proven winners. Oh, what a sweet color. It's made me so happy. This is definitely going on my must-have, must-want every year. Look how beautiful that is. And then a pot of Creeping Jenny next to it on the bench. Stone crop doing well. I've got it in this pot and down here. But let's back up this way. See if I can stay out of the doors and show you a look this way. Just so pretty, so lovely. No matter which way you enter, if you enter from over there, you get a beautiful shot of this. If you enter from here, you get to see all of this. It's so pretty. It definitely makes me happy. I'm gonna scooch over here to the kitchen bed. I call it kitchen bed. It's under the kitchen window. And thanks to the soaker hose doing well, I have some daylilies here. They were planted last year, so they're just getting established. Cherry skullcap, just rocking it out. Sage advice, Russian sage, proven winners, doing pretty good. This plant is doing well. This plant is trying to spring up, but again, the ants just keep invading this. They just love this area. I cut this back yesterday, but it had been needing it for a while, but again with my foot. But I did come out and just do that yesterday, and it looks really bushy, but hopefully it'll give me another flush of blooms. This is Ballet Slippers Hibiscus. I'll have to throw in some pictures. She was really blooming for me, but I think now that she has the soaker hose, she's going to start blooming again. Over here, I had put tomatoes and peppers. Let's see if we can get a good look. I don't have any peppers yet, but these are the seeds I did. And one, you know, it's really hot, so the tomatoes are like, but I have one just hanging in there. I need to stake it up. I said I was going to do that. Had my foot procedure and forgot. But these are my sweet pepper plants hanging in there. But you can see those tomatoes were like, too hot. We're out of here. But these are doing well. I'm so pleased. And it was time for these. Have had their run and their beautiful show. And we'll see them again next year. So they're all done. But yes, my husband putting out the soaker hose is the best thing ever. And let me do, hi Ellie, you look so cute in your bandana. We're gonna wait till it cools off and get back out here this evening and finish inside there and start putting water in the pool. I'm so hyped, so ready. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get clearance and I can soak up my foot in the pool water without any ramifications and swim away. But this bed here, you guys, Olivia Rose Austin has been blooming her head off. This is not on irrigation. It also gets hand watered with the patio, but doing well. Look how gorgeous she is. The gorgeous leaves. She's healthy, happy, blooming, beautiful, beautiful. Snapdragon's still just trying to hang in there with this heat. You guys just give it up. We'll see you again in the fall or next spring. These dwarf canna lilies got another bloom, but it snapped off when I came out to get a picture of it. And again, it was orange. It's not yellow, not pink. These were supposed to be yellow and pink dwarf canna lilies. I've only gotten one bloom off of them, and it's orange. So not yellow, not pink. So I'm going to be bringing in, I've got some seeds for some Texas natives. And I think, yeah, these are going to get pulled and not be here next year. But they're doing, I mean, they're green. And this Olivia Rose Austin, she was just blooming all over the place. And I wish I would have gotten out here sooner to document it. But that's okay. You can see how healthy she is. Just gorgeous. So we just pan back this way to get a look at the patio this way. Yeah. So there's my updates. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I hope you are enjoying your day. And with the weekend coming up, I hope you have a really good weekend. Thank you so much for watching and adding color to my world.